This is how I use Google Maps to plan my motorcycle ride, my Saddle Soil 1000 from here in Alta Vista, Virginia to Lynchburg, Tennessee. I found it a pretty good planning tool and developed a spreadsheet to help me plan my stops and my breaks. I think it would be very helpful on motorcycle rides or even RV rides where you need to, RV trips where you need to plan your stops, you need to know where you're going to get gas. I even zoomed in to the exits that I was going to take and make sure that there was a really convenient place to pull in and get gas and get back onto the interstate, and then it wouldn't be congested. And it made the trip go by quicker for me to have predetermined stops, know exactly how long I was going to stop, where I was going to stop, and then I could break it down the 1,000 miles into little pieces. So this is how I used Google Maps to do that. Learned a few tricks that I wanted to share with folks. So we started in Alta Vista, Virginia, and you can either type in an address, or you can just select it on the map. So I'll type in an address at 350 Main Street, which is pretty close to where we left from. And then from that point on, I usually click on a map, especially when you're just going on a long trip. And you don't know the exact address of where you want to stop. We just knew we wanted to go about 125 miles. So through trial and error pretty much, I found the locations that I wanted to stop at. And I knew that I wanted to stop here at exit 184. So instead of clicking on the exit, I just clicked right on the interstate. And so that's exit 184. It's got an hour and 57 minutes and 125 miles. So then I took a spreadsheet that's in numbers now. And here's my starting place at Alta Vista. And so my next stop was exit 184. So I'd put in the miles per Google Maps, which is 125. And it keeps up the miles per leg. And so that was an hour and 57 minutes. So we just put in 2 hours. Down at the bottom of the sheet, I've got the minutes broken into decimal hours to help put them in. And then, so that keeps up with how far we're going. And my estimated arrival time, and I wanted to stop 10 minutes, and that got me departing at 5:09. So let's go on to the next stop, which I had planned as exit. I'd already predetermined this, but we'll go down to exit 59 and see what that says about Google. So we'll zoom out here in Google. Pretty good ways. And I know that I was down here near Asheville and Swanoa. Not sure if that's how you say that, but we gotta find the exit. Probably right here. See, that's exit 64. So we're on down the road here. Exit 159. Oh, 59. This is where we stop. So then you just go into add destination. This is a really powerful little trick. As you're going along and making interim stops, add a destination. You can just pick it on the map now. And that's exit 59. So I go back to my spreadsheet. This is all done just to try to keep up with your legs. So 3 hours and 48 minutes. So 50 minutes is 0.83 hours. So over here I'll put in 3.83. And as you can see, this is the total time, but then you can see that you've got your 1.83 hours here. It gives you your time of 6:59. Let me put my cumulative miles in of 250. So that helps you to see that you've got 125 miles per leg. And then I've got another 10-minute break stopped here. Let's just say here it's a second break. We're going to take a 15-minute break. And it automatically changes your departure time. And so our next stop was a place called Tail of the Dragon. So we'll zoom back out here and head on over into the mountains here of North Carolina on the edge of Tennessee. Place called Cherokee. And we want to go right here to 129 and 28. So again, we'll go to add a destination and click on there. And see, this allows you to force your route to go from destination to destination. And if it should hop off on an odd route, you can drag your route. Like if you wanted to go through Maggie Valley, you could take this and drag it up to Maggie Valley, but I did not. So now I've got 5 hours and 53 minutes and 362 miles. Let's go back to our spreadsheet and we'll just put in 362 miles. And you can see that's a 112-mile leg, and then 5 hours and 53 minutes, so 55 minutes is 0.92. So we'll put in 5.92. And that shows you that you've got about a 2 hour and 10 minute drive. You're going to arrive at 9:19, and the Tail of the Dragon is pretty neat. So let's stay there for a half hour, 0.5. And you can see it continues to update your departure times as you're going, and then your arrival times as you go. So we'll go ahead and go on out to exit 20 at Cleveland, Tennessee. So we'll zoom back out here. Ooh, I zoomed way out. There's Cleveland. So exit 20 should be maybe right there. That's 25, 27. What we got right here? Not an exit. Exit 20. So again, add a destination. And you can zoom out and make sure that it kind of took the appropriate route from where you wanted to go. And it did. One that came through the Tail of the Dragon and got on Interstate 75. So I'll go back to my spreadsheet, put in my total miles of 457. Tells me that's a 95-mile leg. And I'm at 7 hours and 48 minutes. So 50 minutes is 0.83. So put in 7.83. And you can see that we should arrive there at 11:44 with a 10-minute break and leave at 11:54. Now, there's a kind of a neat option on this spreadsheet. You can change your departure time to anything you want to. So let's say I wanted to change it to leave at 3:30 a.m. You can see it automatically adjusts all of your arrival times and departure times. So that's how I used Google Maps and a spreadsheet to plan our Iron Butt ride. It's a way to add destinations, interim destinations along your route, and by doing that you can force your route to go the way that you want it to go. If I just typed in Alta Vista to Lynchburg, Tennessee, it goes up and goes down 81. I wanted to go this way in order to get into the Tail of the Dragon and be able to ride that on our ride. Using add destinations is also helpful in picking your stops. When you're trying to get in and out quickly on a motorcycle or a large RV, you need to know that you can get in and out and have room to turn around and not be congested. And so I find that's a very helpful thing to do. I zoomed in here and knew that there was a gas station right here on the corner that I could ride in, get the gas station, and then right back out onto Interstate 40. So anyway, hope you'll find this video helpful in planning both motorcycle trips and RV trips with Google Maps.